This is for anyone who's really been through it. The pain, the loss, those moments that felt like they were going to break you. We're about to talk about how those exact challenges didn't just leave scars. They actually forged a set of rare and incredibly powerful strengths inside of you. Does that thought ever cross your mind? That quiet feeling that maybe your path has been a little rockier? More obstacles, more storms than the people around you seem to face? If that hits home even a little bit, then you're in exactly the right place. And this is really the heart of it. None of it was for nothing. Every single challenge, every tear, it wasn't just something you had to survive. It was a process. It was actively shaping you, building something inside you that's truly profound. So, to really get this, we kind of have to look at two very different journeys people can take in life. Now, one isn't better or worse, they're just different, and they produce completely different people in the end. So on one side, you have the protected life. This is a path where you have support, people get you, and things, for the most part, just work out. But then there's the forged life. That's the path of learning everything the hard way, usually by yourself. And it's the second journey, the forged one, that builds the kind of rare strength we're talking about today. Okay, so what does this strength actually look like? It's not always this big, loud, obvious thing. A lot of the time, it starts as this quiet, internal power. So let's break down what that really means. First step is resilience. And look, this isn't just about being tough. It's about that quiet, almost invisible act of getting up one more time, even when you're completely exhausted, even when you're full of doubt. It's that simple decision to just keep going when quitting seems like the only logical thing to do. And that's exactly why it's so special. This has nothing to do with bravado or showing off. It's a deep, internal strength that's been tested by life over and over again. And trust me, that quiet persistence, it's one of the most powerful forces on the planet. This journey also builds a really unique kind of patience. I mean, when you've been forced to wait for things, for healing, for answers, for the storm to finally pass, you learn that life has its own timetable. You get it deep in your bones, that some things just cannot be rushed. And all of this leads to what we call real inner strength. And it's not about never feeling fear, not at all. It's about that quiet calm that can settle over you when a crisis hits. It's that voice in the back of your head that says, hey, I've survived worse than this. I will get through this too. See, this kind of strength isn't about puffing out your chest. It's the ability to just breathe and think clearly when everyone else around you is panicking. It's the quiet, steady confidence that you can only earn through survival. But here's the thing. These strengths, they don't just stay locked up inside you. They completely change how you connect with the world and with other people. They actually become a kind of wisdom that you share, whether you realize it or not. Because you've known real pain, you get it in a way that you just can't learn from a book. You can actually sit with someone in their suffering without trying to fix them, without judging them. You can just be there. And that is an incredible gift. Your journey also turned you into a pretty keen observer of people, didn't it? You probably had to become hyper-aware of your environment just to navigate it. And as a result, you developed this powerful emotional intelligence, this gut feeling, this ability to sense the emotional currents in any room. And that's the real difference maker. Anyone can hear what's being said, but you understand what isn't being said. You can hear the silence, and because of that, you get the whole picture. All of this leads to a really mature kind of empathy. You care deeply, but you're not naive anymore. You've learned the hard way that you can't save everyone, and you definitely can't pour from an empty cup. It's this beautiful balance of compassion and self-preservation, a wisdom that, frankly, can only be taught by getting hurt. So, let's pull all this together now, because it's time to reframe that entire story you might have been telling yourself about your past. For way too long, you might have felt broken, like something was wrong with you, something that needed to be fixed. I want you to take that word and throw it out. You were never broken. You were forged. Just like steel, you were put through fire, and it didn't destroy you, it strengthened you, it shaped you. This is the true origin story of your strength. It was built in those exact moments that felt like the absolute worst. The fire, the pressure, the tears, they weren't just things that hurt you. They were the tools that created the incredible person you are today. And listen, it's so easy to look at people on that protected path and feel like you're falling behind. But your journey was never a race on some flat, easy track. It was a climb up a mountain. And yeah, maybe it took longer, but look at the view from up here. Look at the perspective, the depth, and the wisdom you gained on the way.
And this is the most important distinction of all. Surviving is one thing. It can be passive, just holding on. But what you did was active. You took all that pain and you turned it into resilience. You took all that waiting and forged it into patience. You didn't just survive, you grew.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. Your story is not a story of damage. It's a testament to your strength. And that is a rare and valuable thing in this world. The only question left is, how are you going to honor it?